Hello. So this is probably my first live that I remember. At least maybe I've done one a while ago. I want to talk about self-development, offense versus defense, betraying ourselves, and all of us do it. And I want to share a few examples. We're going to start with betraying ourselves, actually. So why do we do self-development? A lot of it is so we can be true to ourselves. We want to be able to take action and get the life we want. And the life we want is really what's deeply embedded in us. We're here and we're looking for more because we feel that we have more potential and we feel that there's an even better version of ourselves underneath some of the layers. So we work to make ourselves better. And I had a really powerful experience with this earlier this week where I kind of failed. And then I recovered a bit the next day with another experience. And I just want to share what those are. So first off, before my kids went to school today, we were talking about the Bible a little bit, and they talk about charity and loving other people. So I shared the story with them, and it didn't show very well on me. But I likened it to them because they didn't understand my story. Okay, if you invited a bunch of people to a birthday party, and I was talking to my daughter, if you invited a bunch of people to a birthday party and no one accepted your invitation except for one person, and you saw that person, how would you act? And they asked you about the party. And they said, hey, I'm going to your party or whatever. How would you act? Would you say, oh, friend, you're so awesome. I love that that you accepted the invitation. Nobody else came, and I just really appreciate your friendship. You're amazing. Would you do that, or would you say, oh, you wanted the party? Yeah, we may not be doing that. I'm kind of busy and whatever. So those two, and I don't think I explained it super well, and I'll explain to you the situation that I went through. The real example, but the idea is that any interaction that we have with someone, we usually have an opportunity to honor them and to make them feel good, or to protect ourselves and to make us feel good. So here's what really happened. I put out on my Venture Anyway Facebook group, which doesn't get a lot of, Facebook group without ads, not groups. Groups get a lot of engagement. Pages don't get much. I said, anybody want to be part of this self-improvement group? I'm going to start this, put it out there. One person replied back, hey, and I knew of that person, kind of. I'd seen them. I recognized them. I stalked them on Facebook. Oh, it's that guy. Okay, great. So the next day I saw him at an event. He came into the event, and in my mind, I was feeling insecure, and I thought, and I think we've all felt this way, right? Which made it really poignant for me. I was feeling a bit insecure. Oh man, I'm going to start this group, and I only had one person that wanted to join. I could have put it on Facebook and got all my friends to feel bad for me and join up, but they weren't interested. I was just feeling bad about myself a little bit. And when I saw him, I said, oh, how's it going? Yeah, hey, Dale. Oh, we met. Oh, yeah, I'm Dale. Oh, you're this. Okay, great, whatever. We met, and I was cool. And he said, I actually submitted to join your group. Oh, yeah, no, awesome. Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw your face. Of course I saw his face. I stalked him for 10 minutes, and I saw his face. I knew him the minute he came in. I was betraying myself, and I was trying to maintain some of my dignity and feel cool. But I said, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah. I'm going to open that group up. I'll let people in. And there it is. I got home from that event, and it was really heavy on my mind. I actually posted about it on Facebook. But those are the examples where we betray ourselves. And I was kind of bummed in myself. I usually forgive myself pretty easily. But this time I'm like, no, I don't want to be that guy. We have interactions with people all the time where we can either honor them and give ourselves to them a little bit, or we can remain cool and make ourselves look good. So I shared this with my wife. I talked to a couple other people about it. I want to be that guy that, here's what I wanted to do. Here's what I wish that I would have done going back. Dude, hey, you joined my Facebook group. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to have you. I still need to get more engagement, whatever, but you're awesome. Thank you for being here. instead of him having to say, I actually joined your group. I think you're cool. I'm going to join your group. The two are very different. And I failed with that. So yesterday I was at another networking event, and there was this guy that I'd always heard about from my friends. They said, you need to meet Ryan. You need to meet Ryan. You need to meet Ryan. And I'm at this networking group, and I meet this guy, Ryan, and I pretty much knew it was him. And because somebody else had said his name. So the first thing I did is I said, when he came up and we were about to make that intro, when you get that awkward, like, hey, I'm Dale, I'm this, and we remain cool and whatever. At that point, I said, you're Ryan. So many people have told me about you, Ryan. I've always wanted to meet you. This is awesome. I'm happy to be here. And I really tried to honor him with that. And then he was very gracious and said, oh, people have told me about you too, Dale, and I keep hearing your name and how you met him and whatever. And we just had this great moment. But I felt so much better about that, and that the reason we learn to do hard things, and the reason that we are disciplined and make goals and everything else and learn how to take action is that so we can serve other people and make the world a better place. So there you go. I love it. Another so that's my goal. That's my goal, to be that guy. I want to be that guy. And I think anytime we have habit change, the book Atomic Habits, he talks about becoming a new creature almost, or changing your identity. So for me, as far as it goes with meeting new people and networking and meeting new and how I interact with others, my new identity is I'm that really nice guy that loves and honors other people, even though it's not naturally my strength. There are so many other people where it's naturally their strength, but I want to change and be that guy. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And also if you've, it looks like we have one person watching now, whoever you are, thank you. But so there you go. Secondly, so another thought that's been on my mind a lot, I posted this in our private Facebook group, and one of the people said, I was very flattered. They said, can I share this, whatever? And it's like, well, it's not in the group, but maybe I'll make another video about it. And I want to do that now. So we were talking about offense and defense. And in one of my responsibilities, I work with youth. And we talk about how we can help them be more resilient to, temptation and just doing the right things, right? How we can keep these kids on the straight and narrow, doing the right stuff. And on one hand, you think about, okay, here's a list of don't do's. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do the other thing. It's like dieting. Don't eat carbs, don't eat cookies, don't eat the junk food. There's so much focus on the junk food. And in the case of a diet, you think, man, is a triathlete or is somebody, some really amazing, adventurer, is he worried? Are the thoughts on his mind, stay away from cookies, or are they kick everybody's butt in my next Ironman? So there's two different mentalities. There's offense or defense. And I think that it's much better to focus on the offense. My friend Sky Couvret, thank you, Sky. He related this to jiu-jitsu, and he said that in order to create a good offense, you need to have this be safe and have the conditions. So you need to have the defensive measure set up so where you're safe and in a place to act. I think I actually went into that a bit on yesterday's video, so I won't go there too much. But yeah, offense and defense, there's a lot to it. And actually, if you want to learn more about that, you can check out the video from yesterday. That's all I've got. I love doing this YouTube channel and constantly thinking more about self-development. And I'm on my third group of coaching entrepreneurs. And I just feel like I'm a better person today than I was 8 months ago. So I've really enjoyed this, and I'm planning on doing this indefinitely, kind of for the rest of my life. So it's fun. Anyways, thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. And we will end this live after it goes to 10 minutes. 10, 01, 02, 03. Okay, see ya.